Hey everybody, good morning. How are you if you're up? It is finally Friday and I am getting ready for a day of freelancing. We also have an event this weekend. So I thought you guys could get ready with me. I have some morning English breakfast tea here cooling down and I've got some products we're going to use. So let's get right into it. Got my hair pulled back today and I've got some products we're going to be using, both Tarte, of course, because I'm getting ready for a work day, and I have some Inglot products that I love to use to enhance my products. So let's just get right into this. I'm going to start off per usual with brow. It is a chilly day outside, guys. Really chilly. I'm going to have to brush off my car and all that fun stuff we adults love to do, not to get ready. Okay, so I haven't used my brush through from Busy Gal Tarte Brows in quite a while. And because I want to get out into the cold and warm up my car and those things, this kind of product is great because it preps the brows so that all you have to do is go back in and fill in a little bit. And I'm going to be using my Graftobian setting product today because it just brings the life. Honestly, it brings the life out of any pigment, any powder, any liner. It really does. I don't think I will never not use the Graftobian mixing and setting liquid. It's just a staple for my personal kit and my client kit. So I'm going in with MAC Lingering Brow Pencil. I think I'm going to pick up another brow pencil today too. And I'm just filling in what that Busy Gal brow didn't pick up. See how easy that is? Sometimes these playlists say holiday music and you're just looking like, this ain't holiday. But it's Friday, so nothing wrong with a little bit of hype music. I might change it over to some jazz, something chill, get you in a relaxed mode. Nothing wrong with being relaxed to take on the day, right? And just like that, we have brows. Yeah, let's do a little bit of jazz this morning, right? Just a little bit. So I'm going to clean up my brows per usual. Okay. Just with my drugstore concealer. I am going to go get some brow rehab from Vinny and June. And so I am not touching anything that needs a trim or a tweak because I'm going to let them go ahead and rehab some of the last of the sparse areas that won't grow in, which is not much, which I'm super excited about because for a while there, I think it was just stress and it growing back from all of my teenage years of trying to pluck. But for a while there, my brows were having a hard time. The sparser areas kind of filling in for me. So I'm going to go to Vinny in June. And I'm going to get a wonderful brow rehab. Super excited. And that's going to be one of my Christmas gifts to myself. There we go. I'm getting my Christmas tree. I'm ordering it today. And I'm getting the bulbs and all that wonderful stuff today. I'm so excited. I love Christmas. And I might do some little LED lights just to put in my inner window. And I want all black sparkly Christmas wrapping for all of the gifts I'll be getting family and friends. And I saw some products and little sets in Fiction that will make really good holiday gifts. So super excited about my Christmas tree. Everybody else has theirs up. I'm just lagging behind. And one of my other really favorite things to do or to get are planners. I love to get planners. It's just one of those things that you need to stay organized, and I'm going to get it. So today I'm going back in with my Angel Eyes Concealer. And I'm going to do my eyes first because I'm going to work with the Graftobian liquid as I stated earlier. So this is a typical day for me when I'm getting ready to go and freelance with Tarte Cosmetics. So I'm going out to a store, I'm going to train and educate and promote sales with customers, get the buzz about holiday products out. We have a lot of sales going on in Tarte right now, which is really nice. I have some great deals going on right now with Tarte, both online and store. And this is just a typical prep day for me in the morning. Get up, I wash my face, I get all of my creams and serums on. I put on some tea. I usually do put on some music or a YouTube video. I pick a look of the day. Right now my focus is our Tarte's Pro Remix palette. So I try to do a different look every time I'm visiting the store and show our customers the versatility of the palette. See here at our little studio table. And just put some makeup on. So as you can see, the Graftobian, you can get this huge bottle, which I actually will be grabbing another one in the very near future because I use this quite a bit. But I am grabbing up my Graftobian Magic Set Liquid and Lining solution. And I just put some in my little cap because this is my personal container. And I'm going to use that to actually enhance the intensity of these really pretty vivid colors we have in the palette. And they're also going to hold them on for me all day, even though they stay well because we do use Amazonian clay in our formula. I love what the Graftobian does. It's just, you got to mix really good pro products. That's why I love the Fiction store, because when I do have to wear my Tarte makeup to work 4 days out of the week, it's nice when I can enhance and pull in my products that I get from the Fiction Pro store to keep them on all day, because I know the quality of the makeup I get from the Pro store. So love it, and it always works. Then it's killing two birds with one stone. I can get people to check out some Tarte stuff, and I can get people to come on over and shop with us at Fiction, either in store or online as well. And we also have some good sales going on. So I think I'm going to do a pretty halo eye. I'm just going in with Wall Art as my crease. This palette intentionally does not have a lot of nudes. I think I'm actually going to bring both the Tarte 1 and 2 product with me this weekend. Me and my other Tarte co-worker are heading out tonight. We have an event up north tomorrow. And we always leave the night before. Tart always gets us hotels. That way we can rest up before our event. We don't have to worry about getting back and forth on the road. But we're going to leave this evening. We've got a great Gatsby themed holiday event up north in Portage. I think that's up north. Don't quote me. I've never been up north. But further up Michigan and Portage. And we have a great Gatsby theme. One of our other co-workers picked the theme. We all have our own little events and just support each other, of course. And so I'm excited. I think I'm going to do a really pretty funky smoky eye. And maybe I'll stretch my hair, which is what I'm doing now. You just take a hair comb for curlier hair. It helps to tease it without breaking it off. Or not to tease it, but to detangle and comb it out without breaking it off. And it's also nice to stretch it. So I might wear it out and stretched for the event. So like a blowout without the heat. And I think it'll be really pretty. I'm actually really excited just thinking about it. So here we are, stretching out my thick old hair. I'm just giving myself a little bit of insurance with that wall art for my halo look I'm going to do. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of red with these cooler tones and neutral tones I'm going to be pulling in from this palette. I love English breakfast tea. Coffee because adulting is hard. Sometimes it is, right? Alright, I'm looking for my smudgy smudger. My crown brush, at least I can still see the numbers on this. This is the C518. Nice little smudger and defining brush. I'm just going in with graffiti. And I'm just going to go right under wall art and define it a little bit before I create my halo look. And then what I'll do is merge it into that wall art color. You know what I'm excited about this weekend is getting organized, getting the house ready and refreshed for the holiday and New Year. I think it's so important to go into the New Year clean and organized, purging old makeup, and just sitting down and catching up on some holiday movies and some books. And I'm thinking about putting some braids in my hair. So I'm excited to knock this event out and get back. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit more of wall art, that nice taupey brown, and just blend. There we go. I'm also excited because all of my Fashion Nova stuff has arrived. So now I've got some winter sweaters, some pretty dresses, some things to kind of wear both to work and out if I want to go somewhere. Which, another thing I'm working on for next year is incorporating some fun. into my everyday routine. So on to the next step. I'm going to take a packing brush. This is an old Morphe brush if I'm not mistaken here. I'm going to dip into my solution, my Graftobian. And I always tap it on the paper towel just a little bit. And I'm going to pop into Mash Up. This really pretty electric purple. And I'm going to start building my halo. And I'm just tapping it right under that graffiti shade, being sure not to cover up that red. And the same on the other side. I can actually zoom in just a little bit more for you guys. Bear with me. Not that close. There we go. That's better though. There we go. That's better. And see how I'm tapping it just under. When you have this really nice setting liquid, you don't have to go in with a million different like concealer shades or bases, because it kind of just takes care of both the pigment and the long wear for you, from what I notice. Like, I like when people cut their creases with the really like stark white and skin tone concealers, but if I can skip that step and get the same results out of what I'm doing, I'd rather. I don't like a lot of heavy concealer on my eyelids. My eyes are already large. I already have just natural creasing, so I don't want to do anything to further weigh it down. Or sometimes when you put all that stuff together, it does seem to kind of crumble at the same time too. Or to me, when that cream sets in place like that, it takes the blendability away, which I don't enjoy. I'm even gonna dip a little bit back into graffiti and just give that red some vibrancy, some more vibrancy. I'm so excited to sit down and order my tree. Like, I know which one I want. I know my color scheme. Then next year, I'm going to start pulling in some new furniture for my condo. Changing the feng shui around here a little bit, which also helps for good productivity. Because when your space is set up just for you and it's organized per your personality, you can actually enjoy and relax. Okay, so I'm just going to take the other side. Of course, I have my little sanitation station down below me. I'm just going to take the other side of my brush with my Graftobian liquid, and I'm going to go into Artist. And I'm going to do the same exact method for this halo look. And just tap it right in the middle. And you kind of see what I mean, how I don't need that white concealer or another layer of Shape Tape on my lid to get the kind of blending or the contrast that I want, or the pigmentation that I want. Because realistically, we don't want to be on our lids, we don't want to have it to where it's such a disconnect of lines where you can just, like the way I can explain is where it's going directly from purple to blue and it's no smooth transition. That's not my preference. Good morning, thanks for joining. That's not my preference, how, which is really trendy right now, where people do the halo eyes and it's not really a smooth blend out. It goes from one color to the next color to the next color without a soft transition, which is why I'm going in with my brush and I'm blending. You can even go back in with no setting liquid and you can use it to smooth those lines in together. I don't like that harsh cut. It's just simply not my preference. I like it to flow a lot better. Like, it's cool for film when people do that, and it's a reason for it so that you can see it through the camera. But for my everyday makeup, I just want it to flow. I want it to be nice, liquidy. And I find it just works every single time. So just taking a sip of my morning tea. I'm going to go underneath the eye and do the same thing with my Graftobian Magic Setting Liquid in my Tarte's Pro Remix palette. I'm going to pick up again that Mash Up and just mimic what I have going on my top lid. You can go back into your graffiti and again just give it a soft blend up top so everything's nice and cohesive. And when I do eyes like this, in this instance, this is where I would pull out the original Tarte's Pro palette or like the nude Viseart palette with the really pretty warm browns and taupes. And they have the burnt oranges and everything, and you can warm up your crease how you want to. Because this palette purposely, again, doesn't have a ton of mattes or nudes. It's meant to be an artistic palette. And I don't know why I just dipped back into that. Okay, we're going into Mashup, which is actually fine because I want to kind of merge that Mashup color with that graffiti. So I'm just matching my bottom so that it can mimic the halo effect or a spotlight eye. Meaning when you look directly into me, how you can see the reflection of the ring light in my eyes, you kind of want the color of your eyeshadow to kind of pull people in right into the center of your eye when you do these kind of looks. And it's nice when I actually get up a little bit earlier than I set myself up to, because I can sit down, I can enjoy my coffee or tea. I don't have to bring it with me in the car to go to visit all of these stores. When I'm freelancing, I can actually relax a little bit before I start my day. Especially right now, the stores are just either really, really slow or they're extremely busy because holiday is right around the corner. So it's nice when I can sit down and kind of really just relax, unwind, and plan my makeup. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for getting ready with me. I'm just getting ready for a typical freelance day with Tarte. And I'm showcasing some Inglot products and Tarte products together. How you can mix pro with large consumer brands. So picking up Artist, and I'm matching that spotlight shade up top on the middle. And dipped into my Graftobian lining in liquid. And it's just setting my product and pulling out the vibrant hues even further. So when I do this, I almost sweep like it's a mascara, kind of to help myself blend that bottom lash line out even further. And I am going to softly dust it with that Graftobian, that graffiti shade up top. And by all means, if you want to go in with a gel eyeliner at the bottom before you smudge, be my guest. It's really pretty when you do it that way. And it's another way to give yourself some insurance with your bottom smudge out. It's just naturally a little watery under there for most of us. And I always kind of pull down for myself because it's my own eyelid, and I'll get in that waterline just a little bit. Again, so it's just seamless. I don't know about you guys, but I love jazz music, but I love when they play holiday music for jazz. It's just so relaxing to me. So I'm just cleaning out my brush on my sanitation station down below, and I'm going to dip in a graffiti, the littlest dot of my Graftobian liquid, and I'm going to go ahead and smudge underneath as light as possible. Then we're going to pop back in the wall art just so that everything is meeting back up with each other and our color story matches. So this is where I'm working with the very tip of this blending brush, this detail brush. And if you have a larger eye like I do, you can definitely go low because it's all eye. Before you're even getting to your under eye concealer, I can put a whole palette on this eye. That's how much space it has. Puppy's waking up. I can hear her fussing. My dog likes to sleep in a little bit. I don't blame her. So now before I go in with my wall art, I'm just going to take my fluffy blending brush here, and I'm just going to go ahead and merge those colors together nice and softly. And this is the half the battle. We're just going to pop on complexion. We've had enough time to let our skincare, our serum, our eye cream, everything's been sitting in for a good almost 30 minutes. So our skin is feeling refreshed, ready for the cold weather, and ready for our foundation to go on. Now I'm just going to dot a little bit of wall art, this taupe shade here from that Tarte's Remix Pro palette, and just softly smudge everything out. This is where I like to use the very tip of the brush again. I like to connect those corners. Again, nothing harsh. Just a nice, even, soft, cohesive flow. And they'll say it's the James Charles palette, but it's not. And then we have our nice, pretty kind of halo effect. So we can close our girl up. She's done us good. We can pop the lid back on our mixing liquid by Graftobian, and we can start knocking out complexion. So lately I've been obsessed with the First Aid Beauty Bendy Avocado Concealer. Not only is it long wearing, it's hydrating, and it really doesn't crease for somebody who just is naturally creasy such as myself. So I just take a little bit of that. I am a fan of color correction because if I color correct, then the highlighting part is easy, or I may not even need to do it because my skin's natural tones and highlights will take care of itself if I go ahead and color correct anything I need to. So I'm just going right under. The only place my skin gets irritation is right around my nose. And so I'll just go ahead and cover that up. And that's it. I've been using a lot of glycolic pills lately too. Kind of just gets rid of some of the lasting texture I have from high school acne. I have a injury from middle school here. Well, it's like teeth marks. Alright. And so I've been using a little peel to just kind of help to retexturize my skin. Just a little bit. Especially in time for holidays. So all of my beauty blenders got a nighttime bath. I soak them in beauty blender solution. And then I clean them with warm water and then I rinse them with cold water. Once they soak and all of that makeup and everything gets out of it. So, got my concealer on. I always keep little miniatures of my, I know I'm weird. Good morning. So I keep minis of my full-size foundation and I put them in these little traveler jars. You can get them from Amazon. That way I can have as little as possible on my studio desk when I'm filming. And I can also pop these in a bag. Like I said, if you're, well, you guys are just joining. We have an event up north with Tarte this weekend, which requires us to leave in the evening so we can check into our hotels. And sometimes just huge bottles of foundation just take up too much space. So I'll transfer what I need and I'll put it into a little jar. You can get 100 of them for a couple bucks on Amazon and I'll take them along with me. And you can also take multiple foundations. It doesn't have to be the same one if you like to mix them up like that. Okay, and that's why it's good to have this station down so you can kind of wipe off your hands, especially because I'm going to work. I don't want this stuff all over my turtleneck and my clothing. So I'm just blending out. This is Tarte's Amazonian Clay Foundation in our new undertone golden, which thank goodness, because really they had a nice undertone. For me, they're actually really good with their undertones. I will say with the undertones, Tarte's pretty good, but we needed this. We needed this golden undertone, especially because when you have a deeper skin tone person with a golden undertone, you want it to not go orange on them. And when they're not cool, you want it to not go blue, green, or red on them. So it's really nice. I have that same issue with my tanner skin tone, with things just not sitting well. The honeys go really peachy. The sands go to yellow. The beiges we can't even touch because they're cool tone. And the golden is just the right amount of olive with yellow and that nice salmony orange that helps to even out and color correct you. So I've been obsessed with this new undertone. And I'm an oily girl, so Amazonian Clay is perfect for me. So I'm going on with the tried and true Airspun. I just ran out of Ben Nye and Graftobian powder, so I'm going to have to go back to the fiction store. I use those every single day, and they are gone finally. For somebody as oily as me, it's the only thing I don't like about Airspun is the kickback of powder. I can actually pat a little bit of powder on here because my under eye can handle it. But I don't go in and all out start baking a cake. So I don't want to dry myself out either. And I'll set those problematic areas with a damp beauty blender and pat. Those places that just grease up for me right away. My skin's not in between, it's just oily all year round. And then for the parts of my face that tend to behave better, I'll go in. I'm just going in with a crown brush, dip it into my hair spun, and I'm just dusting. The rest of the area. Popping the lid back on that, and I'm just gonna contour. Look at that powder. Simone Biles, are you in here? So again, it's freelance day, so most of these products are going to be Tarte. I'm just going in with my Park Avenue Princess Bronzer Bar. As you can see, it's very well loved. And I'm just going to take my angled contouring brush, and I'm going to dip into Princess Cut Angle and Crown. It just gives me the nice concoction that I need for a contour, which is why I like this palette, because I can create the contour for any skin tone. And I'm just going to give myself a little bit of sun and lift. I don't go crazy with my contour. It's just not my personal preference. And I just blend as I go, usually blending the top out, so it's nice and soft. Going around my perimeter. I've been liking the more triangled contouring lately for my forehead. I think it's very flattering for my face shape. Another one I like is when I go straight up and it kind of lifts if I want more forehead. Which some people do. Some people have smaller foreheads. But I've been liking the triangle contour lately for myself. It just leaves that little space. And honestly, I usually put my mascara on very last, and I like to do it right before I pop in the store, so it's fresh and creamy and just super black. But I will show you what mascara I'm using today. So blush, I'm just going in with the Big Blush Book. We do this every holiday. Tarte always has a different one, and it's just a ton of colors. I'm just taking my Crown blush brush, and I'm dipping into Peachy, and I'm going to mix it a little bit with, I want a cooler tone, Kindred. So these two, 1 and 2. I'm just going to swirl and swirl, kind of do some mixology there, and then pop that blush on. And finally, a commercial. We were doing good.
She's right. I love your comp.
There we go. And I always put a little extra on because blush is the first thing to go. But everybody knows Tarte's blush formula is incredible. It'll be the last one in this instance to fade off of your face, just because we do put the clay formula in it. Now I'm going to go in. Again, I like to put little things. I like to put little extras in my Travelers. And I'm just prepping myself to leave out for our trip later, our event. This here is actually an Artist Couture loose highlighter that I'm using. This you can get from Sephora. And I'm just giving myself some glow. Usually I don't highlight a ton because you can't see it when I have my curls or my afro out. It will cover it. But you can see it today, so I can have a little bit more fun. And then last but not least, we're going to do lips. I don't need to set my face with any spray or anything because I have enough of my powder, my product, my skin prep. I'm fine. I'm going to go in with my crushed berry lip liner from Graftobian. Look how much product you get out of here. I love how much they give you. And then I'm just going to take my lip paint. This is the more soft matte cream lip paint. It's not the liquid one from Tarte. This is in Throwback Thursday. And it's going to merge it in. I see something I need to correct. Big lip problems. And then I let that settle in. That's that. And the mascara I will be popping in later. I'm going to pop it in when I get closer to store. Let me let it focus. Is the Lights Camera Flashes. The reason why I like this mascara is because it has a double-sided comb and it has a short, really tight together brushes, and then it has really long separate so that you can comb. You can also get the roots really close together. So that is why I like this one. It just makes a beautiful flare for your lashes and it creates a ton of volume. And right now, a lot of people love the Maneater mascara, which is one of my favorites too. It is completely sold out. If you want to try something with some magnifying volume still from Tarte and you are vegan, cruelty free, you can't use any animal byproducts at all whatsoever, try out the Lights Camera Flashes. And we put rice proteins and rice wax in all of our products. We don't use beeswax for anything, even waterproof. So it's very nourishing at the same time. So this is the one. Well, we fell. But that's the one I'm going to put on. This is my finished look. This is my typical going to work, putting a bunch of Tarte products on for my freelance day, and I'm out the door. So that's my morning routine. If you do want to see a Get Unready with me or my skincare routine and what I use, that is over on our Multimedia Makeup Academy Facebook page, and everything's archived for you to watch and catch up on, including Walk-In Wednesdays, what's going on at the school, what events we have coming up, etc. But thank you for joining me, guys, this morning and hanging out. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you next week. Bye.